So when you look at all the songs you produced, what do you think are your biggest hits?
My biggest, I would say, and not because of chart wise or sales, just I think because of the influence that it has, or changing the sound or climate of music. It would have to be So Icy. It'd have to be Papers, and it'd have to be Versace.
Let's talk about Versace, because I remember I was in Atlanta during Birthday Bash, and Coach K called me up and said, "Hey, I need a favor. I want you to interview this new group that I'm managing called the Migos." Right? And I came in, I interviewed them, and they played me Versace, and I'm like, okay, I guess. You know, it didn't really strike me one way or another when I heard it. And then a couple days, and then Drake showed up to Birthday Bash. And I remember he was there, and a couple days later, I guess the Versace remix came together. So tell me from your point of view how all this, the story of Versace.
Well, the Migos just was some young guys I had heard that they was rapping on a beat that I thought I made. A lot of people imitate the music I make, so they was rapping on a beat that sounded so much like mine that somebody else came and told me like, "Hey man, these young guys rapping on your beat, man, but they going hard." So I looked them up. The song was called Bando. And soon as I seen them, they had a little video for it. As soon as I seen them, I automatically said, you know what, I gotta go find these guys. I knew off, at that moment, like, okay, these guys some stars. I'm finna go find them. I want to do some work with them. And that's what it was. I called up to the radio station. I called a 94.5. I told DJ Holiday, like, hey man, if you get a chance, if you know these guys, I'm looking for them. Then I went to a show with OJ da Juiceman, and they was there. And I didn't know they was there, but I actually was going to the VIP, and Quavo stepped on my shoe. And I looked up like, he was like, excuse me, bro. But then when I looked up, I'm like, oh man, hold on, you the dude I was looking for. And he was they was looking for me just as well, because they was telling me like, man, every time we do songs, we tell people to make a Zaytoven beat for us to rap on. So, right then we made the connection, we exchanged numbers. They came over the next day, and I just gave them a boatload of beats. Like, we did maybe 3 from scratch, and I said, man, here goes some more beats. Y'all take these and rap on all of them. And Versace was one of those beats that I gave them, and it was just a song. We just building up a catalog, just doing a lot of songs. And and I guess after they performed it, they put it out on the mixtape. They performed it at Birthday Bash, and Drake wanted, they got Drake to do a song with him. Drake wanted to do a song with him, and he didn't want to do no other song but the Versace song. So that's how that came about.
So did Drake actually come in and do it, or he just recorded it and sent it in?
I was actually in New York, so I'm not sure were they in the studio together or not. All I know is they called me next morning like, Zay, man, Drake just jumped on Versace. And I was like, what, for real? So I'm pretty sure, I think he sent it though. I don't think he was there.
Had you had a song with Drake before Versace?
No, sir. I never sent him any music, never talked to him or none of that before that.
All right, so how did it feel to have, like essentially the biggest rapper in the world jump on your beat?
Man, I was smiling ear to ear. And not even just for the fact that he rapped on the project, is that he even said my name. He gave me a shout out. So that meant more than anything.
He kind of transformed that song.
Yeah, he did. He transformed it.
Yeah, he absolutely transformed. And I've said this before, like, that was one of the most memorable Drake verses ever.
It's, what it was? Drake used the style. See, the Migos, that was the Migos style. So that's something brand new that the world is not onto. So when somebody like Drake comes and raps that format, it's going to be the most memorable thing, because it's like, oh, I ain't never heard Drake rap like this. And he going to kill it every time.
Yeah, no, that's actually, I mean, even 2 Chainz said it.
Yeah.
Remember, he said, this flow, I got it from Drizzy, he got it from Migos, they got it from 3 6.
Yeah.
What do you think about the whole Migos style and the comparisons to 3 6 Mafia?
Oh, I didn't really. You know what I used when I used to listen to 3 6 Mafia. I didn't really hear that flow. I didn't listen. You know, I used to listen to Project Pat a lot, Player Fly. So the 3 6 songs that I heard, they wasn't really using that style. So when Migos was doing it, to me, it was, it was just something brand new.
I think what's really amazing is how many people now rap like that.
Oh yes, it didn't change rap forever.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely changed the style.
The style, it changed the style. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard Lil Wayne do it. I've heard T.I. do it. You know, obviously, we just talked about 2 Chainz doing it. Like, you just have a lot of rappers, established big rappers, who actually are doing that now. It's crazy. Did you think it was gonna pick up like that?
Well, after Drake used it, I kind of figured everybody was gonna, try to use it, cause it's so catchy. It's so connected to the youth and the young people that it was smart for all the rappers to start trying to mimic that style, that help change up their flow and get them something new to do.
Have you talked to Offset since he's been locked up?
I haven't talked to him since he's been locked up. No, I haven't.
Have you heard the stories?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he was allegedly started a riot in prison. I guess he screamed at the judge.
Yeah.
He wilding out for real.
Yeah, he is. He's frustrated. I'm pretty sure he's frustrated.
I mean, what do you think about that situation? I mean, he's definitely, I understand the frustration part, but the side effect of doing that is probably going to get him more jail time.
Nah, you're right. So that's the hurtful part, but those are things, these guys, where they come from and the type of lifestyle they live, that's what they rap about. And sometimes that side of them is going to come out. You're going to see that side of them.
Well, man, we hope to get him back soon. I think the 3 of them really work together. Because
yeah.
I remember when I met him, it was just 2 of them, because he was locked up
Yeah,
at the time too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, at the time, it was just the 2 of them. And then he came out, and I didn't think, I'm like, well, because they already got it popping on their own, I didn't think that he was going to be part of the group, really. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to be like Jerobi in Tribe Called Quest. Like, the dude you see every so often in the video?
Yeah.
But he became like an integral part of that group.
I think he definitely brings another element to the group. The real, he brings more of a street edge, that much more of a street edge to the group. So he was necessary. Like when I first met them, he was there when they first came over, when we first did a video. He was there, so he was one of the reasons that I fell in love with the group.
Well, I had heard that they actually were putting money aside for him while he was still locked up. So when he came out, it was like, all right, boom, here's your part.
Yeah, they were. And I was talking, when he was locked up the first time, I was talking to him all the time while he was locked up.